Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Hello. Welcome, everybody on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Here we go. We are in it. We win it. Yes, we are all here today. Thank you for joining me and being a part of my community. Woohoo! So thank you. I watch some people with lives, and one of the things that's sort of a pet peeve is one, they're like, I know I put my makeup and stuff on, but I joke about it as I'm doing it. At least, when you get on, this is for anybody who's going to be doing any videoing or video logs or whatever. Engage. Soon as you see yourself on the screen, just say, "Hey, hi, how are you? Can you hear me? What's going on?" Like, start to engage. Don't like and do that for the next 30 seconds or so. That bugs the fuck out of me. It's just like I'll turn it off and go somewhere else. Just saying. So that and I learned that by some other YouTubers who teach you how to do video logs and stuff like that. And the first thing is to do is to engage with people. So please engage with people. That's a good thing to do. So welcome. It is, the moon or the moon, the moon. You gotta love that moon. As it creeps along the sky, we have the sun still in Virgo. Okay, so the sun is in Virgo. It's about 10 degrees. Venus is stationary, and it's going to be going direct at 12:12. Cool number, right? I was thinking that. I heard that and I'm like 12:12, 12:12. So I look it up. 12:12. It is 12:12. So and that's the degrees and the seconds that it is going to be going forward. So 12:12 for all of my little number angel people out there. When you go to your angels and your angel numbers and stuff like that. Um so whoop, oh, where is it? Hold on. So 12:12 is a very it's a good number, right? It's like an 11:11 number. But 12:12 cuz I was thinking of that. Okay, I agree, right. I forgot I have my IPN on there. So so it might not look where I am. Won't tell you where I am right now. So 12:12, I'm going to pull it up here. There we go. 12:12 is oh my god, I hate pop-up ads. Is completion of energies. The number one appearing twice, amplifying the vibration, and the attributes of the number two coming in twice, right? So it is about creation and new beginnings, courage, attainment, inspiration, leadership, assertiveness. The number one is creating our own reality. Number two represents balance, harmony, duality, faith, devotion, insight. So 12:12, a message from our angels that you are to stay focused on the highest let me speak first. I just can't speak. Expectations as the angels and the universal energies work behind the scenes, helping you to manifest your needs and wants and goals and desires. It's a powerful sign that you are to step out of your comfort zone and take a new direction and or begin a new project ventures that you have been wanting to do for a long time. It encourages us to release our fears and apprehensions and get on with pursuing our passion and our purpose. So it is a positive, it is to use positive affirmations and visualizations to enhance energies and draw them closer to you. And I'm like, whoa, isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? So it's a very positive thing and it's in Leo. So when I was thinking about it, what I was thinking is that when it's entering into like we're entering into a very, I'm going to say auspicious time, a very um uh, just even though like everything is bonky and we're okay, here's the down. I'm gonna bring you the downside. The downside is it's gonna be one of the worst Halloweens that we're gonna have, Christmases, blah blah blah, because people aren't gonna have money, things, prices, you're gonna have priorities, this is going to, but on the flip side, if you think about it, this could be the time that, oh, you know what, I'm gonna make my kids Halloween costume. I'm not going to go to Superstore or wherever, Halloween Town or whatever it's called, and do this. Oh, I'm gonna make my Halloween decorations. Wow, what a concept. Not that any of us came from a generation that did all that kind of shit. Um, this is where people are going to come back into the heart. What is, in this is like bringing people back into community, into maybe it's not so much going around from house to house trick or treating. It's still, of course, kids are still going to do that, but it's where maybe a little bit more Halloween parties and having, more gatherings with people, connection, 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 connection. And that's when you start looking at where things are going, and everything's feeling like hell in a handbasket. But this is where you got to look at, okay, this is a connection, this is coming to your heart. um I love, because I've been doing some natal charts for people, and a few of my Virgos, because I just, even though Virgos don't want to know, they have to know, because they, it's that Virgo mind. But looking at where their solar returns are, because I've done about 3 solar returns lately, because I have a sale. Because I have a sale. I have a sale on, and I will do your natal chart for $50 right now. It's so cool. So I can do that, you know. So I've had a few people who say, "Okay, can you pull my chart up? Is that extra?" I said, "No, no, no, let's do it." It's like it's pulling your chart up. I can do this. Um, and looking at it, and it's just like, okay, yeah, it's going to be gnarly. I'm going to tell the Virgos, like, your solar return chart is going to be gnarly for the next year. Definitely, because you have so many retrograde planets. But it's also, you're going to have, depending when your birthday is, if it's after Sunday and stuff, you're going to have Virgo going forward. So this is everything that you're going to be doing is going to have to be heart centered and heart spaced, right? So when you have to look at your heart center and heart space, what is my heart center? What is it that I value? What are my values? And right now, and even as for all of us with this energy that's coming in, it is, even though there's some crazy energies that are going on, and some gnarliness of something crazy going to happen, some black swan event or something, some kind of weird thing on the front, okay? But this is where we have to come to our commitment to our heart, coming into our heart connection. And what is it? And this could bring in confusion, because it's like our mind is saying, this is what we want to do, this is where we want to go, this is how we want to do it. This is where coming back down and dropping to the heart. What is my heart saying? What is the direction of my heart? And you could have a great muggle job, or you might be having a muggle job, which is awesome. But this is, also maybe it's within that muggle job that you want to start doing more things within it, doing more types of connections within that job. Or it could be that that muggle job is helping you to afford to do other things that you want to do, and connect with people in other ways, because you might have that little extra dollar or two to be able to do that. This is where, coming into that heart connection and that commitment. And are you, and this is like, are you going through as bad or time as you think you are? Because a lot of times that you might find that things feel shitty is because you're not taking the actions to make it better. You're sort of sitting in the shit. And when you're sitting in the shit and you're sitting in that, and you're not coming into the heart action, you're not coming into the energy, that's where it's at, right? And it's that connection with God. It's that true love of your divine, of your God and your goddess, of bringing that in. Just thinking of even the ancients, of how they connected, how they made that it was to go to the sacred sites, right? You know, Thinking of Stonehenge, because everybody knows I love Stonehenge. Um, People would come from all over the world to go to Stonehenge. It was known. It was known as a power place. It was known as a place to gather. And the reason why they know this, because they, you think, oh, while everybody stayed in their own separate communities and that nobody ever intermingled, but people have always intermingled. People have always traveled and connected and stuff. And that's because when they've found grave sites in and around, they do a testing on the teeth, and the teeth will tell you where you were born. Cool. It's just so cool. Like that kind of science, just I find so cool. And so they can tell, oh, this person came from Norway, this person came from here, And they found that a lot of people came in to travel to that place. A lot of people came in to be a part of that community. And some of them even, you would find like families and stuff like that where it could have been the father or the mother who have immigrated to that area. Because there was a draw, there's a pull. And that's what we're finding now. People are getting drawn and pulled to their areas where you feel drawn. And it might be like, oh, you shouldn't go there. Oh, the war, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. I get it. But sometimes you just get a pull to it for whatever reason, to do it. And this is where you got to go into the heart, go into the commitment, go into that commitment. Because throughout my life, I've always heard, oh, this isn't the right time to do this. This isn't the right time to do that. This isn't the right time to do this. If you're doing your due diligence, on what it is that you are wanting to do and actually really looking into it and really wanting to create it, then you will find the right time. You will find, maybe even within the right time, it's like, oh, I got to wait a little bit. Okay, I'm going to just watch. But if you're patient enough and you're doing your homework, it starts to happen for you. And you're not sitting just in the shit, right? Not sitting in the shit. So on October 21st and 22nd, I'm doing a vision board virtual retreat. It's 2 days. And on those 2 days, we start at 9 a.m., we go to 4, and we are going to be doing meditations. We are going to be doing connection. We're going to be going through the workbook. And the workbook is, the workbook is very cool, just saying, that I am creating. The workbook is really getting you to engage, to ask questions, to really look at. It's kind of like Journey Club on steroids. So if anybody's taken Journey Club on steroids, but it's getting into your creative side. It's getting into that part of the brain and saying, I got to look at things, not so much analytical, which is, right now the Virgo can be very analytical, right? But it's getting us into the energy of allowing us to flow, allowing us to come into that heart area. And this is where, with this, especially where Pluto I was going to say in Cappuccino, but it's in Capricorn, remembering that we got to tough it out, that that this is what we're going to be doing. And vision boards really help us to come into that creativity and do the work. And the beautiful part is that less than 1% of the population, if they do something like this, they don't go back and check out on it or tweak it, but this is where it's like, it's very important to go back. You have the book to go back, check what was I thinking then? Ooh, I'm going to tweak that. This is what I got. But you'll get the book to do that, right? And the book will be in a PDF form. And I've also got a gratitude, a 1 month gratitude journal with prompts in it. And man, I gotta say, it's quite nice. And this here is where, it is where we are wanting to create. It is where we wanted to give. Me coming back into, it's like September, I'm full on right now. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to go because I'm ready to step really back into it. A lot of clearing has happened within myself and what I've had to do. And I find even within this retrograde season has really gotten me to recenter, regroup, realign with my heart. What is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to create? So I have a plan and I see the plan, but there's things that I have to do before I get to that. There's things that I have to put in place before I get to that point. And in order for me to get to that point, I got to start doing some other stuff in order to create it. So a few things. The vision board virtual retreat, and it's $130. I'm doing my sale till this weekend, so it's off on Monday. Monday, I was going to do it for one day, but the flash day sale is good till Monday. So I have the Monday. If you are wanting to book a reading, it's $50, and so we have that's going on. Plus, I'm going to be doing a pub crawl. And the pub crawl, I'm looking at dates in September, which is now. So it's going to be probably on a I'm going to say I just pulled up the calendar, so bear with me, everybody. Some of the dates that I'm looking at of doing it, one of the dates is in 2 weeks. So I'm looking at the 15th and 16th. And then I'm looking at the 29th and 30th. A couple of these aren't just going to be pub crawls. I want to do a couple ghost tours and do some tours and go around. And one of the favorite parts that I love to do ghost tour is go around the cathedral, the Catholic cathedral and stuff like that. Because there's an area in there that some people don't even know about, and it's quite cool. It's quite cool. So, so I'm going to be posting different dates and putting up events on Facebook and doing some Facebook events. So I'm going to have that up there. And these are going to be $25 is for the ticket. Your any, if we stop off at, for the pubs and stuff, it does not include your drinks and things like that or gratuities. So this is where, again, coming back to the things that I love to do, right? And having those connections. Going to Central Memorial Library. Very cool library. It's a very cool little place to go to. And, having that maybe, I'm going to have that as a meeting place for us to meet and start, and then go from there on our little jaunty tour and a nice little jaunt tour. And it's going to be about an hour, hour and a half. And then end up maybe at a little pub or something like that on 17th Avenue. So these are the types of things that I'm wanting to start to put out there to promote so that we can reconnect with our community. And this is for the Calgary area. So those things are going to be starting to get posted, and I'm going to start posting those today and putting out the invites and stuff for them today. So mama's back, baby, mama's back. And just starting to do things as we're building up. And then November, December, going all the way up to November and stuff like that, still having a few classes and stuff. This is all coming into an alignment with the heart commitment. This is coming into alignment where we are looking at what is it that we want to do, and coming in with the love of God and the trusting of God. And many times people don't put, they put their business over here and then their beliefs or whatever over here. But your beliefs have to intertwine with what you are doing. Otherwise, you're going to be unhappy. You got to come in with, if you're working in a place that doesn't have the values or doesn't uphold what you believe and what you think, it's going to go down. Like, it's not going to work for you. It's not going to work for you. If you don't have your values and your beliefs aligned with what you are doing on a day-to-day basis, it's like those cray-crays that used to go to church just on Sunday and then they come back on Monday and do the same fucking thing, right? They're thinking that, oh, this is just going to save me and then I can just go on. No, we want a beautiful alignment here. We want this alignment to come in. So it's about shifting our values and this energy of opening up. So this really helps with any darkness. This helps with any negativity that you might be feeling around you, anything that's crazy that's going on. This is helping you to align, with this energy of coming back into your heart center and having the passion and the commitment to do the things that you love to do. Having that passion and commitment, that wisdom to have that love for yourself and for what you are doing. So let's pull some cards here, baby. Woo! Yeah. Pull some cards. See what's happening. So definitely, if you're interested in the Vision Board Virtual Retreat, let me know. I have 2 people already signed up for it. And so there's still plenty of room for this. I think I might even have 3 people, 4 people. Two people, they haven't really said yes, but I'm pretty sure they're going to. So that's pretty exciting. I'm excited. And then for the ghost walks, yeah, baby, I'm excited for the ghost walks and doing the ghost walks. So let's see. Let's see what the crazy cards have today. You're not crazy. You're loving. Don't call the cards crazy, Mary. Don't want crazy. Okay. I'm going to mess them all up. There we go. Because I want this card. The Ace of Ariel. So the Ace of Ariel, she's very beautiful. The Ace of Ariel. So the Ace of Ariel, it's resources, money, time. This is the beginning of making. This is the beginning of creating. So looking at what you are wanting to begin, what you are wanting to create. It's the Ace. It's the number one card, right? Hey, Dwayne. This is where this energy is starting to come in, right? So we're starting to come in at number one. Got to do step one. And especially where we're coming to that time where Virgo is stopping and then she's going to be going forward. This is bringing in, but there's still work to be done. It's just like, oh, yeah, it's going to rain money. Well, yeah, we wish it would rain money, but we know what happens when it rains money. It's not always a good thing. So we have decisions to be made. So decisions have to be made. You got to release yourself from whatever's holding you back, whatever's stopping you from doing what you need to do. Here it is. Energy, information's coming in. What are you doing to act on it? What are you doing to go forward on it? Are you sitting there going, yeah, that's a great idea? No. What are you doing to act on it? Are you letting others know? Is this something that you want to pull in? Is this something that you want to create? That's the thing. It's like, I know there's some really great people who are doing markets out there and different community events and things like that. Maybe I'm just not seeing it, but it's doing more engagement than what they're doing. They have to get out there and do more engagements, more connections with the community, more emails and things like that they should be doing. That's what I think. I mean, that's all part of the marketing and to get them to where they want to go. And this is where it's like, these things are so important. It's like, I know where I want to go and what my plan is. I know what it is but I need to create that abundance right now to get to that point. I need to create so that I can get to that place so I can be able to do more things. But it's got to start with right now. So if you are lacking, or if you're worried, or if you're overthinking things because everything feels out of place right now, yeah, it's like, okay, let's sit down, let's get out on there. That, what am I going to be doing? Because here comes the 5 of Raphael. So the 5 of Raphael is water. It's the 5 of waters. So if you think of the 5 of waters, the 5 of cups, this is where it's a releasement. So we have 2 cards here. One is a major arcana saying release, release, release. It's saying unnecessary worry, release it, because things are starting to come in. So when things start coming in, that's where you can get a little worried. That's where you can get a little and start to freak out, right? But there is something else coming in, but you got to let it go. It's a lot of emotion that's going to be rising, that's going to be coming up, and you got to start looking at things in a new way. And that could be, and then that's going to bring you your 10 of waters. That's going to bring you your happiness. So the happiness is going to come, but the work has to be there. There's going to be things that are going to be filling up, things that are going to be coming forward for you, but you got to come into that harmonious relationship within yourself first before you can come in with others. That's going to be so important. You got to look at what the self-care is that you're doing for yourself in order for you to do the releasement, for you to let it go. Here comes, let it go, let it go. It's stepping into it, because we know things are starting to come in. And that is, don't freak out when things start going sideways in the world. Don't freak out when things are going sideways. Don't freak out when you are starting to see the craziness with the banks and the financials and the war and the other stuff that's happening. This is where, what can I do and how can I focus on me? Pluto is letting us know in Capricorn that we really have to look at our commitment and remembering that we got to tough it out. We got to tough it out. And that's part of our spiritual challenge. And that's been our spiritual challenge since Pluto went into Capricorn over 15 years ago. So that is part of the challenge of looking at what are we going to do. When he went in there in 2008, started to shake up the financial system. Why was he shaking it up? He's like saying, hey guys, is this really important to you? Why are you putting such emphasis on there? What other things can you start doing? What other things can you start creating that are going to be bringing in a positive effect? This is where you find that people who are very much wanting to create a really good community that are able to, that are maybe being able to buy some of these places up and find that there's a really good tenant and they're like, hey, let's work on something if you want to do a rent to own situation, and allowing that person that step up that they've never had that opportunity before, but this person can be able to make it happen. Things like crazy things like that start to happen because people start connecting, people start to work within the community. That's the beauty part of it. But you don't see it and you don't hear it because you don't hear it out there because they're not going to tell you it. But it starts to happen in little pockets and little things. And that person could be even you. So there you go. So I want you all to go out and have a fabulous long weekend. It is a Labor Day long weekend. Last day to wear white. Isn't that what they say? Last day to wear white. So may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you and all that you say and all that you be and all you do. Let me know if you're interested in October for the Labor Day, for the virtual, for the Vision Board virtual retreat. Let me know if you're interested. Put your name down on the list so I know, and then we can figure out when you can do your payments or when you can make your payment. All right. God bless and the Goddess bless you. Have a fabulous one, and we will talk to you. We'll see about tomorrow, Sunday, but for sure on Monday. Blessed be. Yeah. What? I can't find my little button. There we go.